for some reason, T.J. Watt is third.
This is the grind your gears with Donnie.
Yeah, this is really.
What really grinds
I
my
will look
gears.
at any. What really is grinding my gears right now is that T.J. Watt is third in the league in projected odds to win Defensive Player of the Year. Who's ahead of him, you ask? Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett. I'm gonna spit some facts out at you. These two players that are supposedly ahead of T.J. Watt have less sacks than him, less tackle for losses than him, less interceptions, less forced fumbles, less fumble recoveries, and less defensive touchdowns overall.
What else?
And less pass defense.
There we go.
Yes. So literally every statistical category, he is better than these dudes.
And his mom loves him more.
Yeah. And
They're
somehow
not on the Steelers.
And somehow he is third. It's a travesty. A little other known fact, Micah Parsons, they're saying odds-on favorite. All right? He's playing on the Dallas defense. Oh, they're so great. They're a top-tier defense. I'll put it to you this. Dallas has allowed 19.1 points per game. Steelers defense, 19.4 points per game. Bigger turnover margin, number one in the league, is the Steelers. You know? And then strength of schedule. This is where it really gets crazy for me. I understand Dallas is 10-5, Steelers are 8-7. We lost to some teams that we shouldn't have lost to. Completely understandable. But that's mainly the offense's deal on that. But you're letting T.J. Watt get punished. Strength of schedule, all right? You got Pittsburgh with a 520 strength of schedule. Dallas's 45-8, you know? So we're talking a whole 7 points less than the Steelers in terms of strength of schedule. Then you have strength of victory, which really blows my mind. Steelers' strength of victory is 54.2%. That is number 2 in the league. Dallas, 38.2%. Bottom 5 in the league. So everyone's like, well, Dallas is 10-5. They're 10-5. Cleveland's 10-5. No, what's happening is just like it's the Aaron Donald situation all over again. They are on a better team because of their record, but it's not who is the. If we want to do that, not basing off of stats, just going off a better record, then Florida State should have been in the fucking playoffs. But the reason why they're not is because they're fucking trash. You go with a team that is way better at their position. And that's T.J. Watt, hands down. The fact that it's even an argument that there are other people ahead of him is baffling to me. And like I said, these guys aren't even close in stats. Micah Parsons has 4 less sacks than this man, like 10 less total tackles, and 6 less pass defense. It's ridiculous. Like the fact that it blows my mind. I think, now don't get me wrong, if the Steelers lose these next 2 and they get up with a losing record and Dallas ends up 12-5 or whatever, then they'll most likely give it to Micah Parsons or Myles Garrett.
But Bland deserves it more than Parsons.
Yeah, that's my thing. Parsons, you know what? You could take him out. You still got other people rushing the quarterback. Don't get me wrong. Parsons is a disruptor. He is one of the mainstays on the defense. But if you took him out, Dallas is still gonna win more than not. Because, one, their offense can score a shit ton, and their defense can do enough to hold you off. Same with Cleveland. You lose Myles Garrett, guess what? You got Za'Darius Smith on that end. You got Denzel Ward in the secondary. You got great linebackers. Again, Myles Garrett, big disruptor. He's going to be taking on some double teams, which leaves other people open. But that defense is still going to be rock solid. We saw last year. When they lost T.J. Watt, they were a complete shell of themselves. And that's what it means to be a defensive player of the year. When you're not on the field, your team is just sitting there with their dick in their hand wondering what to do. And so that's my grind gears segment in regards to that. I hope TJ just comes out, gets 3-4 more sacks, gets to over 20, really blows it out the water, and pretty much says to them, you have to give it to me. But he's ran into that issue before. Did it with Aaron Donald in, I think, 2020. Same thing, beat Donald in every statistical category. Pittsburgh even had a better record than the Rams. But for some reason, they gave it to Aaron Donald because he's a fucking D tackle and Watt's on the end. Like, boo fucking who?